All right, let's talk about the LG G5 really quickly. We've heard a lot of rumors specifically today concerning a handful of different things about the device. EvLeaks actually posted on VentureBeat way last month at the end of December. So some of that was conflicting with some of what we saw today, or at least this week, the week of the 17th, 18th of January. You know, we're getting close to Mobile World Congress, and there's a lot that's starting to come out of the woodwork, so let's get into it. So the G5, like I said, we've seen some conflicting reports about the size of the screen. Some folks are saying it's going to be bigger, some folks are saying it's going to be smaller. What we're not seeing conflicting reports on is the resolution of 1440 by 2560. That we're pretty sure is going to remain the same as it sits right now. The other important thing that you're going to want to know about, though, is that the G5 is supposedly going to have that cute little tiny display that the V10 had. Thought it was super cool, thought it seemed super useful, wasn't sure about the placement, but I'm excited to see what the implementation looks like this year. The G5 should be running Marshmallow, have 32 gigs of onboard storage, 3 gigs of RAM, a Snapdragon 820, an 820, and good old USB-C. The back of the device supposedly sports a 135-degree dual lens wide angle camera. That seems like overkill to me, but underneath that camera you're going to find a fingerprint reader. Now that should come as a surprise to those of you who know what the G line looks like from LG, because that's usually where LG puts their buttons, volume rocker and power buttons. Well, looks like this is going to be a pretty big departure for them. They need to make room for some new biometric hardware, and that's totally fine by me. I'm kind of ambivalent about the placement of those buttons anyway. Unfortunately, it does look like the battery is going to take a little bit of a dip. We're going to 2,800 milliamp hours away from last year's 3,000 milliamp hours, though bear in mind, we are dealing with some slightly less power-hungry processors, some less power-hungry components in general, so it really shouldn't be all that big of a deal. There's also no micro SD card slot for any expandability, but what you are going to get is a Magic slot, and Magic is way better than regular technology anyway, isn't it? Supposedly the G5 is going to sport this slot that's going to treat it almost like a slightly modular phone. It's not going to be modular in the traditional sense, but you should be able to stick things in like an audio amplifier or a 360 camera for 360 recording, things like that. Or since you're missing a little bit of battery, you can stick in an external battery in there, or I guess in this case, internal. I mean, it was external, and then you put it in the slot, becomes internal. You can stick a battery in there to extend the battery life of the device. Between Magic Slot and bringing that tiny little display from the V10 this year to the rest of their flagship line for 2016, this might be a big year for LG. They might be able to actually shake up what a lot of other manufacturers are doing, and I'm excited to see that from them, because I thought they were doing a really good job, and then the G4 came out and I was really disappointed, and then the V10 seemed like the perfect experimental device, and it looks like they're starting to bring a lot more of their sort of moonshots to their flagship devices. I'm very excited to see where this takes LG in 2016. Anyway, you can check out all that info and more on the site. Keep it right here for news on the G5 and whatever other tech stuff you're into. Let me know what you guys think about the G5 and the V10 and even the G4. Was it even worth your time or money or attention in 2015? Let me know over on Twitter @MarkB. We'll have a quick little chat, little powwow about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be kind to one another, and I'll catch you in the next video.